everyone, this is TheShadowSlayer. Today we are gonna talking about the tactical build. So I divide the build for three reasons. I mean the three options. The first options will be the range build if you are into range, and that's one I prefer in the meantime. And the second one is the melee build, and the third one is for the siege. So the first range and the melee is will be for the operation. And I use in the meantime this the three weapon. I mean I prefer this one is the most stronger one, and I saw a lot of people also using it. And the second one, the stalker, also is good, and the third one, the milta. Actually, this is only for the operations. So for my pistol or the secondary weapon, I use the plasma with the blaster, and I use the bolt pistol with the milta for the range, and I use the heavy bolt with the stalker bolt. So with this build, with the blaster and the plasma, we're gonna use, I prefer, the first one I will use plasma weapon at 30% overheat, the damage increase 50%, and also one less energy. The second one, in the secondary weapon, when you switch, you get 25 more damage, and combined with this one, you will get huge damage with your plasma. And because I will depend on my secondary weapon more than my prime, because I need to burn my enemy with the blaster and the switch immediately to the plasma, and that will get huge damage. The third one, actually, to be honest, I prefer this one because I'm not gonna use my prime too much, because I will switch to the plasma. And this I will increase also the 15% damage against the attacks. And for this one, range attack is 15% is the best for me for this build, but if you are into equipment, choose this one. And if you take a lot of damage, you can choose this one, because you will get 30% more severe. And this one, I get 50% also, of course, when I scan one of the extremers or the terminals. And third gear, this will be this one, because for the operation, sorry, I will choose this one. After perfect time berry or black, give me the enemy mark from Auspex. And the third one, of course, the 120% additional damage and 60% longer blast. And for the signature, of course, this is the best. When you execute, you will get the significant area of effect damage in 10 meters radius, and cooldown only 90 seconds. And for this build, actually, for this build, you don't need this the headshot prestige, the quality. You can switch it with stem 40%, and the left of them, this will be useful because you need more ammo reserve, and you need this one to make your ability come back the Auspex 25% every each ammunition you take, and the third one is 15 health increase. And for the second one, the milta, actually, sorry, in this one for the berk, I forgot that the berks will be, I use this one, the first line, so it will get your weapon cooled 20 faster, and the burning time 25 increase, burning damage increase 15 also, and burning 5 enemies, you get 1 armor, and also burning damage increase 15. And this one enemy is distance of less than 10 meters is 20 more damage. And charging time decrease will be 75%, and this one burning damage increase 15, but damage decreased by 50%, and this the burning 15 increase because you gonna switch with the plasma. And there is also, I make short video, I beat the Carnifex using this technique. If you want, I will put the link under on the description. So let's transfer for the milta. The milta, actually, for the close fight, and I prefer to use it when I am melee also. The berk, I use this one, of course, every execute I gain 1 bullet, and the second one, if my health is in this, because I use usually in melee attack the block, so I don't have gun strike, so I use this instead. And this one also restore 1 armor for 5 kill enemy rave, and decrease the damage increased 10% against the bosses or terminus, 10% damage, and magazine size increased by 15%, and the first shot after reload deals 16 more damage. So this technique I use it when there is not enemy around me, so every time I shoot, I try to reload and shoot again, so I get more 10 damage. And after perfect time dodge, you deal 25 damage, so actually this one is good, one of the best perk in this weapon. And the last is red fire increased by 50%. And for the bolter I was told, I use this one, and the first one, I just make sure you will choose the most headshot in this weapon, because it will depend on the range and the headshot, so you could shoot them from far. And for the meal, because I, of course, on the range, I use the knife, the heroic one, the skill one, and fencing, so I can have a gun strike. And also I use both of them. This one, the dash, the shoulder dash is the best one for me, because I can jing gun strike. And we will talk this about it, because with the stacker, because when I use the stacker I need gun strike, because I use the perk with the gun strike. I will show you now after this. And also use this to charge when especially I fight with big bosses, the terrorists. So when I charge the knife I get 20% per 1 second of charging. Can you imagine how many percent if you charge it full? And the third one is the stacker. It's my favorite gun in the meantime. So I choose all the headshot, and in the end I don't go with the armor segment. I just go with the damage, the 10% every 10 minutes, and also this one, 25 meters take 20 more damage. And for the build for the stacker, we will change to this 15% more damage, and also here the gun strike, and this is the best one for the stacker, because every gun strike you will have 25% more potential. And the third one, we will choose this one, because the ammo of the stacker is not that much, so you need to regen at least one magazine every 30 seconds. And I will stuck with the range attack 15%, and I will stuck with everything here. And for the prestige, I will gonna use this one aside from the 40% health. This one is the best for me, because you know I will focus on the headshot. Now for the melee, actually I prefer the chainsaw, and I will go with the block actually. If you are not familiar with the block, or not the block, you can go with the heroic balance or the fencing. The block, why I choose the block? Because the block gives me huge damage, and if you combine it with this one, after perfect time berry or block or judge, you get 10 more daily damage, and gun strike damage. Also do not lose control. So when you are blocking 2 times and you got the explosion for the block, and with this 10 damage you will get huge damage, especially with the chainsaw. And when you use this perk, when I use this perk for the charging, so most of the major, when they hit me 2 times, so I block them without any without any attack, so I can have the explosion, and I charge it even for 1 second, and I get huge melee damage. So the chainsaw is the best for me actually, if I am melee. So the melee actually will focus only this one will help you with melee. And you can use this one also what restores to more versus health from range damage, also. Or you can use the equivalent, because you are the melees will help you with this one. And last one, we're gonna talk about the siege. For the siege, actually there is 2 weapons you can use, and this one is my favorite with the grand launcher, and this is the berk. You're gonna use anything is related to the damage. Go far from the headshot, you're gonna not use it. And also for the perk of this, I'm gonna use this, the first one, or this one, because you're gonna use the plasma also, but I prefer this one. This will give you 50% headshot, non-headshot damage increase by 50%, and also you will have one penetrate more for enemy, for the bolt, any bolt. And the second one, I'm gonna go with this one, because I'm gonna switch always with the plasma pistol. The third one, actually I will gonna use this, because I will get 15 damage increase against terminus, and also I don't need here a lot of ammunition, because I'm gonna buy almost every wave. And for this one, for siege, you're gonna go with the equipment chart. This is the best one on siege. And this one, I'm gonna choose this one for the bosses, especially when you want to push to 15 plus wave. This one is gonna help you with the bosses. Aside with this one, both of them combined, you will get huge damage, especially if you have assault. Wow. Of course, you don't here, you will gonna change this the headshot to the 40%. at the Steam, because you don't have headshot here for two weapon. You're gonna use the ammo this to get more grenade launcher, and also this one for collecting your ability. This both of them is the most to prestige in Siege. And if you gonna talk about the ultimate build, I mean overall you can use it for any operation or any weapon or siege. So this one I think is the best for every overall. So this one, the first one, because you will stuck with your prime, whatever your prime you will use, and the second one, gun strike, I think is the best choice. And the third one, we would use this one, your 15, because if you're gonna play siege or operation, I think you can find a lot of good. Unless if you will go solo. If you go solo, good. So the third one, you go the equipment so you can use it for siege or operation also. And the third one, I'm gonna go with the scan, 50% restore, and the last two gears I will go with 75 more damage percent, and also 120% damage and 60% plus life. And for the signature, I'm gonna go with radiation impact. Is the one of the best signature in the game for me. And for this one, I will start with this for the headshot, the ammo, and collecting ammo box, restore ability charge, plus 25% and 15%. And this overall, I can use any weapon on it in operation or system. And I will call it the ultimate build. This was quick. If you want me to give you all break of all the weapon and build, just put me in the comment. If I am forgetting or mistaken or something, put me in the comment. And you can tell me if I want to make part 2 for all the other weapons, for the tactical, and another build for another weapon. And that's for now, and thank you for watching. And if you didn't subscribe, support me, subscribe and like. And thank you, and see you for the next video.